Hello and welcome to a Venue Kamri quiz. I'm Nigel Ellacott. Cheers. Now, we're going to have a quiz today. Some of you may remember me from the pantomime, Sleeping Beauty. I was Queen Mavanwi from Dagamwi. I know what you're going to say. You were expecting a much older person. But here we go. Get your pens ready and your papers ready. No Googling, please, obviously. And what's going to happen is we'll write down the answers, and then tomorrow I will pop up on your screens and give you all the answers. So once you've put the answers on a piece of paper, fold the paper up, leave it till tomorrow, and we'll get the answers. So here we go. The first 5 questions are on pantomime. Not surprising. Here we go. Right. Which pantomime has Demon Vanity leading the dame into the pool of beauty? That's which pantomime has the Demon Vanity leading the dame into the pool of beauty? Okay. Next question. Pulcinella. Pulcinella is a character from Commedia dell'arte. What name do we call him today? You have seen him. You've probably passed him on the seafront. Pulcinella. What name do we call Pulcinella today? Third question about pantomime. Who wrote Peter Pan? I'll accept the initials or his full name. Who wrote Peter Pan? And if you are sitting there tucking into a box of Quality Street, he wrote that as well, the musical Quality Street. So who wrote Peter Pan? Right, now, this is our final 2 questions on pantomime. What is the traditional name of the dame in Aladdin? What's the name of the dame in Aladdin? I'll take any spelling. And now, the last question on pantomime. Traditionally, which pantomime features Blunderbore? Which pantomime traditionally features Blunderbore? Okay, so that's our first 5 questions. Now, we move on to music hall and variety. So if you're ready, here we go. Who was the music hall singer who was told to follow the van but dilly-dallied on the way? What's the name of the music hall star who was told to follow the van but dilly-dallied on the way? Okay, next question. Little blank. Fill in that blank. Little blank was the name of a music hall comedian and a dancer famous for his big boots. So the man with big boots was called Little, and that's the word we're looking for. Okay, moving on to the third one. Which city in the United Kingdom was The Good Old Days filmed by the BBC? Where did the BBC film The Good Old Days? What city? Okay. Who was the cheeky chappie? That was his billing. Very, very famous, very, very rich, very wealthy man. Who was the cheeky chappie? And now our final question in musical variety. It's quite a local question. What was the name of the man who brought his Pierrots to Llandudno and later presented the Follies at the Arcadia Theatre? So I want the name of the man who brought Pierrots to Llandudno and then presented the Follies at the Arcadia Theatre in Llandudno. It's the sort of question you might be thinking about when you're sitting in the cafe at Venue Kamri. Okay, so now we're moving on to musicals. Musicals. Pencils ready. The Hollywood actress June Havoc had a famous stripper for a sister. What was the name? What was the name of Hollywood actress June Havoc's famous stripper sister? And remember, this is a question about musicals. Okay, moving on to the next question. If you were getting married in the morning, what musical would you be in? If you were getting married in the morning, what musical would you be in? Moving on. Twang. Twang was the name of a flop musical by Lionel Bart, the man who wrote Oliver. It's the story of which fictional character? Twang. Which fictional character was Lionel Bart's flop musical written about? Okay, moving on. Which musical has the song "The Night They Invented Champagne" in it? So I'm looking for the name of the musical with the song "The Night They Invented Champagne." And our final question on the musical section. In which musical would you be served the worst pies in London? I'm looking for the name of the musical in which you would be served the worst pies in London. And now the final section, we're moving on to theatre. Here we go. Are you ready? Bit of Shakespeare for you. What is the name of the fairy queen in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream? The name of the fairy queen in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay, and now, this one seems easy, and then you go, what's the first name of Agatha Christie's Miss Marple? Miss Marple, what's her first name? Agatha Christie's Miss Marple. It's Miss Marple. Okay. Another local question. Which comedy did Noel Coward write when he was staying at Port Merion? I want the name of the comedy that Noel Coward wrote when he was staying, I think it was during the war, at Port Merion. Next question. What's the name of the oldest working cinema in the United Kingdom? Do you know this one? The oldest working cinema in the United Kingdom is called... And our very last question. What is the seating capacity of the venue Kamri Auditorium? That's the auditorium where you'd go to see the pantomime. What's the seating capacity? Okay, there might be a few seats out of commission, but I'll take an estimate, but I want to know the seating capacity of Venue Kamri's Auditorium. Right, if you've done all those questions, just fold up your bit of paper. If you miss some of the questions, you'll have to rerun this bit of video again, but no Googling, and I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, keep safe. Cheers.